In this video, we are going to be discussing the first 5 purchases that you should make when starting a new character in GTA Online. If you have different opinions on what players should buy first, make sure to write it down in the comments below so people can see what others think as well. But with that being said, let's get into the list. Number 1. The first thing you should always buy in GTA Online is a high-end apartment. While this isn't a flashy business or vehicle, it will give you a place to store cars and more importantly give you access to all of the apartment heists. These include the Fleecer job, the Prison Break, the Humane Labs raid, Series A funding, and the Pacific Standard heists. Completing all of these for the first time will net you a few $1 million and unlock some helpful things for you later on. Along with this, having a high-end apartment in a good location will be crucial to making your time in GTA a lot more efficient, as you can set your spawn location here and almost use it as a fast travel by switching lobbies. For your first high-end apartment, I would recommend going for the location at Del Perro Heights, which only costs $200k and is located centrally to a lot of other useful businesses in the game. If you're okay spending a little bit more money, feel free to go ahead and buy any high-end apartment that you personally like, but there are absolutely no differences between the lower end and higher end apartments apart from the location, so just remember that. Number 2. Sort of leading on from the high-end apartment, we have an armored vehicle, but specifically the armored Kuruma. If you played through the Fleecer job heist, you will already know this vehicle, and by completing that mission you would have unlocked the trade price for it, meaning that it will only cost you $525,000. This is extremely cheap for a vehicle so unbelievably useful. In almost any gunfight in the game taking place outdoors, you can safely sit inside this car and be pretty much invulnerable. Of course, do keep an eye on your health bar because you still can get shot, but it is very rare. The only thing this vehicle won't be so good at is against explosives. However, if you're using this car to complete solo tasks such as VIP missions, contact missions, or nightclub restocking missions, this thing will be absolutely perfect. Personally, the account I play on is at level 90, and the armored Kuruma is still the vehicle I use the most in the game, so I would definitely recommend buying this very early on. Number 3. Now, the majority of people out there will tell you that the first business you should buy is the CEO office, and that is still a very valid option. However, since the latest DLC dropped, I believe there is a new business that is better to buy early on, and that is the MC Clubhouse. The MC Clubhouse is part of the Bikers DLC, and up until recently, the only reason people owned one was to gain access to the MC businesses, known as the document forgery offices, counterfeit cash factories, and pardon my censorship for these ones, the Plant Farm, the Snow Lockup, and the Walter White Lab. Gaining access to these businesses is still a fantastic positive to purchasing the MC Clubhouse. However, the new update brought in 2 new features that I think make it worth buying even more. Firstly is the passive income model of restocking your club with alcohol that patrons will give you money for. The amount of passive income is very low compared to other sources within the game, but it is better than nothing. And secondly is the custom bike shop. This works very similarly to the auto shop in the game. Every 30 minutes or so you will have a chance for a customer to bring you their bike into the shop. You will then have to customize and deliver it to them, and if you don't damage it, you will make $50,000 every single time. This isn't a money-making method you can just grind over and over again due to you having to wait for the bike to be delivered to you, but it is a great thing to do in between doing other missions, messing around in free roam, or just AFKing. And if you do it in an invite-only session as well, there is absolutely zero chance of players or enemies coming to kill you. So as long as you are a semi-competent driver, you will always complete this mission and get the money. Low risk, high reward. Now, this bike shop will cost you $530,000 on top of the initial price of the clubhouse, the cheapest of which being $200k and the most expensive of which being $500k, meaning at absolute most, this setup will set you back just over $1 million, which is the same price as the cheapest CEO business. However, I recommend sticking with one of the clubhouses up in the desert, which cost under $300,000. This makes the cost of the business over $200,000 cheaper than the CEO business, but it will also allow you to fast travel between Los Santos and the desert region by changing your spawn location between your apartment and your clubhouse and then finding a new lobby. This can be really good in making your time in GTA Online more efficient, and will obviously be very useful up until you get something like an Oppressor Mark II or a helicopter. As I said before, you will also gain access to MC businesses, which can gain you mostly passive income as well. However, these are a bit more expensive to set up, and I would recommend waiting a little bit longer to get them. Number 3.5. The next thing you should purchase is a ticket to my heart by smashing that subscribe button and leaving a like on this video. Okay, now seriously. Number 4. The next thing that you should buy in GTA Online is a bunker. Very similarly to the MC Clubhouse, the bunker got a few upgrades in the most recent DLC which made the already incredible business even better. I would personally recommend buying the Chumash bunker for 1.6 million, because this is arguably the best location in the game and is still very cheap. Now with the bunker there are two main ways to make money and two other features that are extremely useful. In terms of money making, we have our typical business of buying and selling goods. Fully upgraded, the bunker can make you just over 100k an hour with the sale of weapon products. But to help you save up for those upgrades, we have a new mission type inside the bunker known as an ammunition weapon delivery. Very similar to the bike sale mission, every 48 minutes you will be able to drive a truck of supplies to any given ammunition store. If completed, this will give you a reward of $50,000. Meaning that if you run these missions alongside the bike sale missions and the bunker sale missions, you can easily be making up of 200k an hour very early on in your playthrough. The other great features of the bunker include the option to buy the Mobile Operations Center, which is basically a large truck that you can do missions with, upgrade to make it the strongest defensive vehicle in the game, and also use it as a pseudo vehicle workshop. But most importantly, by completing the MOC missions, you will unlock trade prices for a lot of really cool vehicles in the game, including the Oppressor Mark 1. And finally, the bunker is used for research. Research in the bunker will give you access to different vehicle camos and liveries, along with weapon upgrades and other things. The bunker itself and the MOC will also give you access to Mark II weapons if you purchase the right upgrades, which are basically better versions of the base weapons in the game. The bunker is still arguably one of the best businesses in GTA Online, and considering how cheap it is for the usefulness, I would recommend buying this very soon. And finally, number 5. Now, if you want to be smart and set yourself up even better to continue raking in the cash, you could buy another money-making business, such as the Kasatka, CEO office, agency, nightclub, or something else. However, I imagine you probably play GTA to have fun, so for the final thing I would recommend you buying is your favorite car, bike, plane, boat, or other vehicle in the game. Having the armored Kuruma is nice and all, but what fun is GTA if we don't get to explore the map in a vehicle that we really love? This could be something cheap and stupid like the Panto, or you could save up for something expensive like the Batmobile. Either way, as much as GTA is about that grind and making that dough, it should also be about having fun. So go and buy something you like and enjoy it. Hey guys, let me know down in the comments what things you think new players should buy first, and tell me why or why not my list is acceptable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.